ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. The day of Jummah brings a kind of happiness. Oh, today is Jummah. A feeling of happiness. And it is Eid al-Mu'minin. It's an Eid for us. Once a Yahudi said that in your Quran there is an ayat. If such an ayat would have been in our kitab, we would have celebrated that day when the ayat was revealed as an Eid. That would have been an Eid for us. And we would have celebrated the revelation of that ayat as an Eid day. Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala said, I know which ayat you are referring to. You are referring to the ayat, Al-Yawma Akmaltu Lakum Deenakum. Is it not? He said, yes. Sayyidina Umar said, we have two Eids on that day. You say you would have celebrated it as an Eid. We have two Eids on that day. This ayat was revealed on the day of Arafah, and that is an Eid for us. Those there, for them also Eid. Those here, for them also Eid. And that ayat was revealed on the day of Jummah. So Jummah is an Eid for us. So this day is a day of happiness, Eid. A feeling of happiness. But there is also a kind of reminder. That reminder we should not forget. The reminder is that today you have taken bath. You have dressed with good dress. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, wear best of the dress on the day of Jummah. So everyone tries to wear best dress. He takes bath, he wears a good dress. Everyone applies perfume, and he proceeds to the masjid for Jummah. But that reminds us that a day will come when you will not be able to bath yourself. Others will give you a bath. Others will bathe you. That day you will not be able to bathe yourself. Others will bathe you. You will not be able to change your dress. Others will wrap you in 2 sheets of cloth. You will not be able to apply perfume. Others will apply perfume on you. And you will not be able to walk to the masjid. Others will bring you on their shoulders. And finally, you will not be able to lead your salat. Others will lead your salat. Others will lead your salat. Don't forget that day. The Jummah, he uses a lesson. This is the lesson of Jummah. As you have come prepared today, well dressed, bath, well dressed, applying good perfume, and coming to Jummah and offering salat. But the day reminds us, it gives us a lesson that don't forget the day when others will bathe you. Others will wrap you in 2 sheets of cloth. They will apply, you will not be able to apply perfume, they will apply perfume on you. And finally, you will not be able to come, you will be brought on the shoulders of others. And you will not be able to lead your own salat. Others will lead salat for you. Sheikh Saadi, rahmatullahi alayhi, was a great buzurg of olden times. Great buzurg. His books are even today taught in madrasas. So Sheikh Saadi says, when you were born, everybody was happy in the house. The family was happy. The whole house was happy. Your relatives were happy. And you were crying. When you were born, you were crying. And your full family was happy. Your relatives were happy. Laddus were distributed. Laddus. What happened, man? What is this laddu? Oh, a baby is born in our house. So everyone is happy and you are crying. Sheikh Saadi rahmatullahi says, lead such a life that when you depart from dunya, leave everyone crying and you go smiling. When you came, you are crying. If the baby doesn't cry, doctor makes it cry. Doctor tries, makes it cry. So when you were born, you were crying. And everyone else was happy. Lead such a life that when you depart from the world, leave the world crying and you go happily to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Malaika will bring glad tidings. Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutmainna. Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutmainna. Irji'i ila rabbiki radiyatan maradiyya fadkhuli fi ibadi wadkhuli jannati. Malaika will bring bouquets, 70 types of flowers, every flower having a different fragrance, every flower having a different color, beautiful colors and fragrances. Malaika will bring bouquets. And they will come with glad tidings. Oh pure life, oh pure ruh, nafsul mutmainna, irji'i, come, let us go. Where? Ila rabbiki. What a beautiful scene would be that. What a beautiful scene would be that. The malaika are giving glad tidings. Ya ayyatuhan nafsul mutmainna. Irji'i, come, let us go. To where? Ila rabbiki. To our Rabb. In what condition? In what situation? Ila rabbiki radiyatan maradiyya. You are happy with him and he is pleased with you. Fadkhuli fi ibadi. Join his noble servants. Wadkhuli jannati. Enter his jannat. What a kind of beautiful moment that would be. Sayyidina Bilal radiyallahu ta'ala anhu was on his deathbed and he was crying. And his wife was beside his bed. She was crying and she was saying, wa karba. Karb means in Arabic a time of sorrow. So the wife was saying, what a time of sorrow it is. My husband is departing from dunya. And what a kind of husband. Every time servant of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the first muazzin of Islam, who gave the first azan, he is departing from dunya. What more can be a sorrowful moment for a wife when such a husband is departing? So she says, Wakarba. What a sorrowful time is this. Sayyidina Bilal overhears her and he replies her, No, you are wrong. This is not a time of sorrow. Wa taraba, ta. Karba, kaf. Taraba, ta. Taraba means a happy time. A time of happiness. So Sayyidina Bilal replies, no, you are wrong. It's not a time of sorrow. And it's a time of joy, happiness. In a few moments, I will depart from dunya. My master, Muhammadur Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is waiting for me. A few moments, I am to depart. And then I will meet my master, he is waiting for me. Today who is coming? Today Bilal is coming. My friends, who are his friends? Sahaba, who have departed already from the world. They are in other world. These are two worlds. This is a temporary world, a temporary abode, and a time, and a world. There is another world, the world of Akhirah, which is an eternal world. Forever, eternal. Brothers, soul, does not die. There is no death to soul, to ruh. Ruh does not die. There is no death to ruh. There is no death to soul. It doesn't die. Ruh, soul doesn't die. And what is death then? Death is the separation of ruh from the body. Death is nothing but separation of ruh from the body. Body goes to the earth. It is buried in the earth. But ruh is not buried. Where does he go? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. It goes from where it came. The body nourished by the feeding of whatever father and mother ate. From that the body nourished. But ruh was not made of anything containing in the world. Ruh is an amr of Allah, a command and order of Allah. When the body is completed in the abdomen of the mother, the angel brings it. Ruh, angel brings. It is not from anything in the world. It comes from the treasure of Allah. It is stored in the ruh is stored. All the ruh are stored in the treasures of Allah. From there the angel brings and puts it in the body. And when the time of departure comes, again the angel comes and takes it out of the body. So death is the separation of ruh and the body. But that doesn't die. It goes back to from where it came, and that is the treasure of Allah. It's an amr of Allah. Angel brought it, put it in the body. And when the time of departure came, angel will come and take it out of the body. That is the time of decisions. For everyone, his death is a qiyamah. And for whole mankind, the day of qiyamah will be the qiyamah. But for everyone, his death is a qiyamah. That will tell whether he departed from dunya successfully or he departed from dunya as a failure. What was his? Was he a successful man who led a successful life and departed successfully, or unfortunately, his life was a failure? That will be judged not today, not by dunya. It will be judged at the time of death. How does he depart? Has he departed successfully? Has he led a successful life and departed successfully? Or his life was a misery, failure, and he departed a failed life? That depends upon how is the end. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells everyone every nafs, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, let each one see what has He sent for tomorrow. We know what we have for today. وَلْتَنْظُرْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ لِغَدٍ وَلْتَنْظُرْ. Let each one see what has He prepared for tomorrow, for that event which is going to come and nobody can avoid it and everyone has to pass through it. What has He prepared for that event? My dear brothers, that is deen, that is deen, that is deen, a way of life, a true life which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam brought for the success of dunya and for the success of akhirat. The one who follows it, inshallah, he will be successful in dunya, at the time of death, on the day of Qiyamah. So, Tabligh says, what is the message of Tabligh? The message that don't put everything in the basket of dunya. Don't put everything in the kitty of dunya and leave it and go and depart. Allah, whatever has given us, life, energy, wealth, capabilities, abilities, understanding, Allah has given all these ni'mats, but don't put all these ni'mats in one kitty, that is the kitty of dunya, and that will be left here and you will depart. Like Alexander, who wanted to create the whole world, unfortunately he could not conquer the whole world. On the return, he died, and when he died, he said, keep my hands out of my coffin. His associates asked him, king, what type of advice is this? Nobody did that. Why are you doing this? He said, let the world see what this conqueror is carrying with him from dunya. The great conqueror who conquered the mighty forces, defeated the mighty armies, brought down the mighty kings. Their treasures, which they had collected from their ancestors or fathers, all those he became the owner. Let dunya see what this conqueror is carrying with him. Keep my hands out of the coffin. Urdu poets are very eloquent. He says, Laya tha kya Sikandar? Laya tha kya Sikandar? Dunya se le gaya kya? The dono haath khali, bahar kafan se nikle. What did Alexander bring when he came in this world? He came bare hands. What did he bring? He came bare hands. And what did he take back from dunya? He left bare hands. He left bare hands. Laya tha kya Sikandar? He came bare hands. And dunya se le gaya kya? He left bare hands. The dono haath khali. Bare hands. Bahar kafan se nikle. So my dear brothers, I gave two examples. One is the departure of Sayyidina Bilal. He says it's a time of joy, it's a time of sorrow, no joy, happiness. My master is waiting, my friends are waiting. What a beautiful land, what a beautiful land. And this is the end of a conqueror. He says, I am going bare hands, let the world take lesson from me, that don't put everything for dunya. This is the message of Tabligh. Don't give everything to dunya. Whole life, whole energy, whole life, whatever Allah gave us in dunya, if you give everything for dunya, if you spend everything for dunya, we will be going bare hands. Prepare for the next life, the life of akhirat. وَلْتَنْظُرْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ لِغَدٍ. Let each one see what he has sent. What he has, everyone knows. But what he has sent for tomorrow, that is one has to assess. What have I sent for tomorrow? This is Tabligh. Tabligh says, brothers, from dunya prepare akhirat. From dunya make akhirat. Don't say, leave dunya, no. You attend to your needs, but also prepare for the departure. May Allah give us tawfiq. Subhanallah bihamdihi.